we shall begin this little journey that I'm going to take you on. There's a whole lot of slides, a whole lot of little quotes and bits and pieces. I hope you enjoy. So, once upon a time, a whole gaggle of art students went to Exeter's SpaceX Gallery to see Flock, which is an exhibition of a whole lot of different artists looking at the world of birds in relationship with humans and nature. And the show included work by Marcus Coates, who's an artist and ornithologist and keen naturalist. And he attempts to experience the world of animals, and that fascinated me. If there ever was a chance of escaping the human condition and living in another animal's world, it would be with the gorilla. That was David Attenborough. Marcus Coates' take on it. In Goshawk, he persuaded the foresters to fasten him to the upper branches of a Scots pine tree so that he could see the world through the eyes of a hawk scanning for prey. And in subjecting himself to such vivid, visceral experiences, he holds on to the possibility of personal transformation. So I saw this work and thought it brilliant and fun and also a little bit strange. I had no idea how my path would become entangled around this concept. The nominal binary of man and nature central to our way of being is explored by Cormac McCarthy in The Crossing. After a long time he stirred. The world has no name, he said. The names of the Cerros and Sierras and the deserts exist only on maps. We name that we do not lose our way, yet it was because the way was lost to us already that we have made those names. The world cannot be lost, we are the ones. I remember a piece of paper torn from a page of an old sketchbook, which I keep pinned up in a hidden corner of my kitchen. It says, "The most beautiful places on earth are those where I lose the anthropocentric obsession that my culture demands, returning to the niche of wanderer, walker and migrant animal." From The Crossing. All day he slouched north. The rain went hurrying over the road before him in the gust of wind and rattled over his slicker, and the hoof tracks oozed shut behind him. In the evening, he heard again the cranes overhead. Mary Lopez in Arctic Dreams. I came to think of the migrations as breath, as the land breathing. In spring, a great inhalation of light and animals, the long bated breath of summer, and an exhalation that propelled them all south in the fall. You shudder to see the vultures falling like dust out of a hazy sky, falling soft as black cloth onto the sleeping bodies of dog-tired travellers. The intoxicating, inescapable desire to be the watcher, is this to circumvent becoming being watched? Place any human into the strange wild forest and they will experience a degree of nervous instinct. It is who and what we are. The goshawk. A large hawk, almost reaching buzzard size, its broad wings enable it to hunt at high speed, weaving in and out of the trees. The female is substantially larger than the male. The goshawk. Their substantial nest is built in forests and large woods where there is little disturbance. For such a large bird of prey, they can be particularly elusive. The goshawk. This image of a wild animal becomes the starting point of a daydream, point from which the daydreamer departs with his back turned. So the first time that I was taken into the woods to a secret place, the hidden home of the goshawk, I felt a deep sense of awe. Goshawks nest at the top of very tall trees, and monitoring involves taking biometrics and ringing the young up in the nest. And so slowly it began to dawn on me that I needed to become that person at the top of the tree, at the top of the goshawk tree. It was time to venture into a whole new world using special tree climbing techniques. And handling, ringing and monitoring these half-grown goshawk chicks, all carried out under very strict Schedule 1 licenses.